So in the next 44 minutes, I'm going to teach you what took me 4+ years to learn. And the good thing is you can literally use this today. And I don't want to yap and speak just out of my ass. I'm actually going to show you that what I'm teaching you in this video is actually working. So over here on the left, I didn't use any of these mindsets. I wasn't actually that jacked. I mean, I did build some muscle. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't that good. And over here on the right, you can see I look much bigger, I look much better, and it was because I actually used these things I'll teach in this video. I got jacked as shit. So if you feel like this is you, where you are all over the place, no motivation, not knowing where to start, or if you try to bulk up but you have awful standards and you end up fat, this is a video for you. And it's your choice if you don't want to watch it. I cannot say, oh yeah, if you don't watch, you have shit up in systems, because that doesn't have to be true anyway. But know that if you don't watch this video, this problem will still stay in your pocket, and you will, every single time you look at yourself, you will see, oh yeah, I have this problem. I should have watched this or that guy's video. So the plan for this video, really simple, really straightforward. I'm going to make this supremely valuable for you. I will give you 9 lessons that took me 4 years of fitness to learn. Warning, there will not be any more of these funny gifs that I'm putting on the screen, and if you cannot pay attention, leave this video. Plus, if you're somebody who gets really easily offended, leave this video, okay? Because it might piss off some pussies. Anyway, for you to build muscle, you need really 3 things. A, you need to know what you're doing. B, find what works for you. And C, do it for long enough until you see the results. In this video, I'll focus on C because if you really nail down C, or the one, if you nail down C, which is just doing something for long enough, you're going to actually get the results. Now, still you need to love it, but you're going to love it just by nature, because you're going to pick out stuff you like. We as humans, we like to avoid pain, go towards pleasure. So you're going to find stuff you actually like to do in the gym, the ones, for example, lat pull downs that you like to do, or whatever else. You're going to naturally go towards it, so you don't even have to speak about that. But C is the most important one, and it's the hardest one, but I'll explain this in today's video, how you can actually have the C and stay for long enough in the gym and train. Okay? Really simple, really fast. So the overlay of lessons is, first one, being prepared will always beat bad mood. Second, you're born relentless but taught to relent. Third, raise your standards. Fourth, find the fundamentals and stick to them. Let me just do this. It's getting really cold. Building lean muscle mass is not hard to understand but really hard to execute. 6, needing accountability/support is lack of self-respect. This will piss many people off because you will see, I don't want to spoil anything. 7, being sick doesn't mean skipping days. 8, when you feel something is hard, it is sign to push even harder. And 9, you have everything you need. So we can begin now. First one, being prepared will always beat the bad mood. Now, when I say being prepared will always beat the bad mood, is you have to understand one thing, is that you will not feel like you want to go and hit the workout every single day. And that is what is completely okay. It's completely fine, but is what nobody understands, because people are just so weak in today's society that they want everything to feel good. But the problem is, if you want to have a better physique for your future self, it cannot feel good. It cannot feel like, oh yeah, I'm so motivated, let me do this every single day. It cannot be like that. Because if it was like that, it would be easy and it would be not worth anything. Anything hard is worth pursuing. So understand this. If you are prepared, if you have good nights of sleep, if you know how much you can take, if you build in a habit, if you eat right foods, that is you preparing for your workout. And guess what? Even if you don't want to do it, you can still fucking do it. And you should still do it, because preparation will always beat the bad mood. Like, fuck your mood. Follow the plan. And the reason why I'm speaking like this is because I just wish somebody told me this. I wish somebody was like, you don't need mood. Mood is just, it depends on so many things. So many things. If it's sunny outside, if it's less sunny, I'll be in a less good of a mood. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop working. No. Do the work despite the mood. Fuck the mood, follow the plan. I need to quote Leila Hormozi for this, but yeah. Fuck the mood, follow the plan. That is your action. Every single time, just prepare, because if you prepare, nothing else matters. I read this book called Relentless, and it's from Tim Grover. And there is multiple times he said how Michael Jordan, how Kobe, how all these guys didn't want to sometimes play the game, play the basketball. But they still did it because they know they're prepared for this. That is the point. Be prepared. Don't follow the mood. Mood is amazing. If you're in a mood, cool. You're going to train harder. Cool. But you should still do it despite the mood. So do that, please. Follow the plan. Stick with the plan. Fuck the mood. That's the first one. And it's really important because if you do this and you actually listen to what I'm teaching you in this video, you can do your workout whenever you want. I did one of the most brutal workouts you can even humanly possibly imagine. And I did it because I had this mindset. Fuck the mood. It's just about sticking to the game. And if you're prepared enough, which you are. You always are prepared. Your body can take too much or so much more stress and damage and tension than you think it can. Next. It's the first one. You're born relentless, but taught to relent. Now, when I say you're born relentless and taught to relent, I mean you can do and be whoever the fuck you want to be. And I literally mean this because when you think about it, and I really think about my life being set to where I am today because of school, because of kindergarten, because of all these things, right? Because there's a bunch of people. When you think about life, we all have these small windows, small pockets. When we remember somebody told to us, you cannot be this. And you ask them why. And they say it's just unreasonable. Like that is, oh yeah, it's cool to dream. We all have dreams. I want you to have your dream. Imagine what you can become. Who you want to become. And hold it like a treasure because it is. That is the future self you're fighting for. That is the person who you're doing this all for. You need to understand that you were always relentless. And when I say relentless, I mean you push the boundaries. You go even higher. You were always born like this as a child. It's ingrained in us to hunt more, to do more, to always push the boundaries. The reason why these days it isn't accepted to be millionaire and why people hate people like those is because, oh well, but you just cannot do that. We're not all made for this. No, we are all made for this. But this society just wants to be good enough because it is what serves them, not you. It serves them for them to say, oh yeah, you could just be good enough. That's who you're supposed to be. Good enough. Don't do this. Don't start a business. Don't take a shot. Never do these kind of things. But the problem is, you live a miserable life like that. When you don't take a shot. When you don't do stuff you want to do. So be whoever the fuck you want to be. Become relentless. See your PR and say, fuck it. I can do more than this. See your PR and say, this is not who I am. I can be better than this. Don't leave anything on a battlefield, even on the worst days. It's hard to grasp this mindset because it's really new for me and a lot of people don't understand it. But being relentless is about pushing the boundaries. Is about being unstoppable. And when you think about a person who is being unstoppable, you can imagine him always learning, always improving, saying no to everything. That is who is being relentless. And you need to be somebody like that if you want to get really jacked. Now, of course, you don't have to be relentless if you just want to get your noob gains, but to push boundaries even further, to be exceptional in everything in life, which you probably want to be the best version of yourself, you have to be relentless. And you have to learn this. To say no and to just be unapologetic, to just do whatever you want. Be whoever you want to be because you can be that person. It's all ingrained in us. Oh, you cannot do this because of this. Why? I can and do it. Do what you want to do. Be who you want to be. Don't leave anything on a battlefield. You're born to break your limitations, so fucking do that. It's not your PR. It's a PR of your current self, not a person who you can become. Always remember that. So keep learning, improving, never think you are done. Aim so high you're scared of your own dreams. Aim so high that when people even hear your dreams, which doesn't even happen that much, but let's say they hear, they think you're fucking insane. They genuinely cannot even imagine it. That is how much you should aim for. Until the point they cannot even imagine it. Be relentless, because it's going to pay off down the line so much. Next. Raise your standards. Now, the reason why I put my Instagram over here is because I have this quote in my Instagram. You never achieve your highest dreams, only your minimum standard. And the reason why I love this quote so much, and the reason why I put it, the reason why I live and breathe it, is because, listen, I'm somebody who had horrible standards for himself. I mean, horrible. I was okay with people being dicks to me, people saying whatever they want to me. I was okay with people making fun of me and then me getting mad at it. And the reason why I'm saying this right now is because until you fix your fucking standards, until you say to yourself, I demand excellence at all costs, you will not become the highest version of yourself. Never. Never. Okay? Never. Every single time I feel the pain, and I'll speak about this later, every single time I feel the pain, I'm glad. Because what is happening is I'm demanding excellence. I'm killing my current self. And it sounds, YouTube, but killing, that is a bad word to say. I'm killing my current self physiologically, in my mind. Or actually psychologically, I should say, not physiologically. Get a point. The reason why I'm doing this is because when you raise your standards, when you say, I'm this person, I demand to be this person and nothing below this, your mind is wired in such a different way. Because if you constantly say this to yourself, I'm this person, I demand excellence, you put all these traits, mindsets, beliefs you want to have, you become him. In a long enough time rising, you become him, because you keep on saying this to yourself in your subconscious mind. The one thing that I wasn't when I was younger, charismatic. I wasn't at all. At all. And you can see now I'm speaking decently. It isn't bad. I don't say ums and ahs and No, I'm actually cool. I actually seem charismatic on the camera. And it's because I did this thing. I said to myself, I raised the standards. I raised the bar for who I am. So if you want to have what you never had, you have to do what you never did. And it's simple as that. Just raise your standards. You need to raise your standards. I keep on saying this again and again and again, but it's such an important thing that I'm obsessing about this, because your character is the reason why you are where you are. So get that right. Fix him. Don't try to focus on the goal. Yeah, you should focus on the goal of whatever your goal is, but don't fixate just, okay, goal, make this much amount of money. Focus on the character who can actually do that. And if you build him, goal is easily achievable because he can fucking do it. You're good as your lowest self-acceptable or what even I wrote here. You get a point. You're as good as yourself allows you to be. As your lowest self allows you to be. If you are above it, he will say, oh no, we're not this person. If you're below it, he will be like, okay, yeah, okay, cool, not really bad. So raise your standards. It's like firing stupid people from business. If you have idiots who are below your standard, who you should fire them. Raise your standards. Demand excellence from everybody and from yourself first. Lead by example. Because people especially in this day in the world, they love good enough. They love just to get by in life. I hate that. I hate the mentality, the belief of just get good enough. Okay, good enough. Just get by in life. That's all you want to do. Just get by in life. No. Do more. Do better. Try harder. I get so passionate because I was somebody who was like this. I was somebody who was just getting by in life. And I don't want you to be like that. By the way, also check me out on Instagram. I'm posting actually valuable content there. Not like these idiots who are just posting, oh yeah, bikini pictures or whatever else. No, I'm actually posting valuable shit. So action. Demand excellence from yourself. Ask yourself every single day, what would the highest version of me do right now? And the reason why I love this question so much is because it's so easy to answer, but it's so hard to do sometimes. You need to become highest version of yourself if you want to get your goal you're planning to get on. Okay? Next, find the fundamentals and stick to them. Now, people think the people who are in front of them, they have something special. And the reason why I hate the word special is because when people say special, they mean trait, talent. Which, yeah, sure, there is talent. There is talent in everything. But you can teach it. You can learn it. You can still get pretty fucking good even if you don't have talent for something. For example, I was really awkward on camera. Really awkward. Now I cannot see the first videos because I put them at unlisted, but I was really awkward. And you can look at me now. I'm fine. Why? It's because I learned this. I taught myself the skill. It isn't special. It isn't some gimmicky woo stuff. It's just literally sitting down on the camera and speaking. It's that simple. And these tiny changes that you make right now can compound into incredible, and I mean astronomical growth over time. And that is what people who are better than you, who are ahead of you are doing. They find these small things that actually make progress, that actually make sense of working. Like for example, traffic, uploading the video, finding your leads, then selling them a product, then pitching them a sale. They find these small pockets that actually work their time, and they do that. And they say no to everything except that which makes them stronger. That is how rich people work. They find small pockets, small things that actually work, and then they just literally focus all their attention on that and don't care about anything else. Simple. Really simple. So find fundamentals and stick to them. And you always wanna improve them. There is no hacks, no gimmicks, just pure work, bro. Honestly, that's all there is to it. It's like trying to, for example, let's say you're creating some kind of content on YouTube, whatever. You're creating something and you have decent software, let's say. I don't know which one. Whatever. You get a point. You have something decent that actually works. And you can theoretically get enough traffic, enough views, enough sales with this software you have. And then you see something new, something, hack, gimmick, a new growth pattern. And you buy this new software for $200 without a reason. Without literal fucking reason. It's because you're trying to find a shortcut. But the shortcut isn't the work you don't want to do. Okay? So, action. Become exponentially good at fundamentals. And you will never, and I mean never have to worry about trend, especially on social media, especially in business, or the new business model. You will never have to worry about trends, even in fitness, the new supplement. They're just going to back off some people off for 3 months for no reason because, new supplement, new way of training. Don't be stupid. Fix fundamentals. I know I'm speaking like a dick right now, but the reason I'm doing this is because somebody had to fucking shake me up. I'm doing this because I genuinely fucking love you. I want to help you out. Understand that this is actually important. Find fundamentals and stick with them or to them. So find what works and just improve it. And over time you're going to get there. Next, building lean muscle mass is not hard to understand but hard to execute. Now imagine if you're climbing up the mountain. There's a mountain over here, picture. Now, in the beginning, you would say, okay, this is just, understandable. Okay, just climb up the mountain. It isn't hard to understand. But then you think about it and it's actually hard to do. Building muscle is the same thing. You see the mountain. You understand what to do. Okay, lift, eat maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, depending on if you want a bulk or cut. Okay, lift 3 to 4 times a week. okay. Eat healthy, okay. Lift hard, okay. But then, it's hard to execute. It's easy to understand, really easy, like anybody can understand it. Anybody knows what to do, but they just don't want to do it because it's hard. And that is what separates people. These small changes over time can yield massive results. You always gotta sweat the small stuff. Always. Because building lean muscle mass, it isn't complicated, but it's hard to do because you will have to push yourself harder than the next time, or the last time, and the next time even more, and the next time even more. You will have to push the boundaries. That is why you need to be relentless. You need to say to yourself, I can do more than this. And you can, you would be right. You can. There is a universe, a galaxy in which you can actually do this. You can actually lift more weights or more plates or whatever else. You can make more money. You have a better business. There is, if you can physically imagine it, you can do it. If you can close your eyes right now, you imagine the life you can have, you can do it. Okay? So just focus on that. Focus on understanding stuff and then being prepared. Being prepared for hard stuff because it is hard to execute. But if you're prepared, if you eat good foods, if you do good stuff, then when you go to the gym, it's going to be much easier because you don't have other garbage in your life. So imagine if you just by changing your position of your wrist could lead to less of your forearm being worked on some kind of exercise, then because of that you have less stress, damage and tension on your tricep, and because of that you have better chest gains. It's a small stuff, but it works. Sweat the small stuff always, because these things make changes. You have to review your stuff. You have to constantly keep the climb up the mountain. It's going to be painful because you don't know how much there is. But when you get there, you will know for sure you got there. When you are the best, you will know you are the best. You will know it. But the climb is really fucked sometimes. And so you have to keep up with everything you're doing. Sweat the small stuff, go through pain, go through the hardness and challenge. Okay? Because that is how you build lean muscle mass. It's stupidly easy to understand. Okay, just climb up the mountain. Yeah, literally just take your foot and one step forward. That's it. It's easy to understand, but it's hard to execute on. So do that. Okay? Small changes over time, constantly being on the track, thinking about this, being relentless, thinking you can be better is going to get you there. So always do this. Because this mindset can actually get you jacked with any single program. That is why, like, by the way, if you see my content for some time, I don't set some kind of let's say program meal plan. It's because I know these things don't matter too much. I mean, yeah, sure, like eating junk is not going to help you out, but if you eat, like the difference between broccoli or Brussels sprouts, there isn't so much difference. There isn't. Maybe there is nutritionally, okay, fine. But, I mean, when building muscle, there isn't. There isn't. What makes difference is your mind, because people give up here. They don't give up, okay, yeah, muscle physically. They give up mentally. They say, oh yeah, I cannot do this because of some random fucking excuse. They can actually, but they don't want to do it. Okay, that is why I'm making these videos. It's because it's more about mental game than anything else. Next. I'm actually going to take off this because it's getting really hot in this room. Anyway, next one. Needing accountability / support is lack of self-respect. Now, the reason why I'm saying this right now is just because I fucking hate this shit. I hate the stuff of, but I need support, but there is nobody who's supporting me. Listen, do you expect somebody to support you if you don't even believe your own self? No. Okay, no. Do you expect somebody will fight for you if you're not fighting for yourself? No. No. So first of all, grab your life, or your sword, we can say metaphorically, and slaying the dragon. And when you do that, when you get some trust, when people see you're actually trying, You're doing something, and when I say trying, I mean you're actually doing something, because for people, trying is different words. Somebody say, oh, but I tried to go to the gym, it's so hard. No, try. Actually do something about it. Do what it takes. You pick up the sword, you slay the dragon, you get some kind of trust experience. Only then will people actually say, okay, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. Maybe I'm going to help him out, because as a result, he might also help him out. Or he knows something that I don't, he can help me, I can help him, whatever. You get a point. People will only help you if you can help yourself, and if you have something valuable to give to them. This works also in fitness. If you don't fight for yourself, and you have some kind of gym partner who is like, oh yeah, let me just go to the gym with him, because he will not carry you around. He will not. I see these, I cannot say gym couples because it's two guys, but you get a point. Just two guys going to the gym training, and every single time, bro, I see them. They're not pushing themselves hard. And when there is only one, which never happens, one of them, he doesn't even train hard. Or he does, like, it depends. Sometimes it is that he's training hard, sometimes it isn't. But you have these two guys, and if one doesn't show up, the other doesn't also show up. Because he's too big of a pussy to go himself. He thinks, oh, but what is he going to think of me? And stop it. I get it. You need maybe sometimes help. But don't be too sensitive to take your shit in your own hands. Like, one of the biggest things I see with people is like, they are afraid to go to the gym. And I'm like, why? Why? I get it. I also used to be afraid, but it was because I was a pussy. Oh, what will they think of me? What will they think of... Because I was, how much, 15? Oh, but you're going to the gym. Who cares? Who cares? You don't need accountability. You need self-respect. They can help you at the start, but you have to be the one who's going to take the fucking handles and move the wheel. You have to be the one who's going to grab your own life and take it and steer it to the direction you want to go to. Because you cannot expect to just give people a wheel of your life and they will move you to where you want to go. No, because people have the version of you who they wanna serve, and the version who they don't. And probably almost always you have the version of you who you want to become, and it's not aligned with most people. I mean, 99% of people in your life. You have to be the one who's going to grab the wheel, have the self-respect, and do what you want to do. Depend on yourself, not anybody else. Please. This is such an important lesson, because a lot of people are just waiting for the support. They're waiting for something to change even though nothing is going to change. Accountability. It's cool if you don't know how to do something, if you're starting some kind of business and you don't know what to do. Yeah, accountability is fucking amazing. But if you know what to do, if you know what you're supposed to do, and you're still fucking it up because you have this one friend who you're taking along with you, and you know, he doesn't even train that hard, but you're with them because you don't want to be that kind of guy who's out of a friend group, then fucking don't do that. Don't. Or even if it's opposite, don't do that. Live your own life. Fight for your own dreams, because nobody else will fight as hard as you do. It's a really important lesson. It's hard to understand at first because a lot of people are fucking pussies, but it's fucking important lesson. Really important lesson. So the next time you think that you need accountability, remember, it's your fault you fucked yourself up. You should first fix yourself and how you believe and how you behave with your own self, and then you can go ahead and search some kind of help. Because nobody will help you as much as you're going to help yourself. Nobody. Nobody knows through what you went through. Yeah, you might be some kind of experience, traumatic, whatever else, but nobody knows yourself better than you know yourself. So fix yourself. You are the best doctor, the best guy who can actually dig up his graves and see what was happening. Do that first, please. Because if you try to find support, most of the time it's people who can't even help themselves. First of all, second of all, it's stupid. You can do this your own self. You don't need a lot of people. You can do this yourself. Trust me. I did this myself. I trained for 6 to 7 months completely alone. You can do this. It isn't that hard. You just have to believe in yourself and depend on yourself. Which is hard because you probably cannot trust yourself, but you have to believe in yourself. So next time, remember this, own this, and do something about it. Okay, remember, you are the reason why you are where you are today. Fix yourself. It's good to find the support, but you're going to help yourself more than anybody else. Next, being sick doesn't mean skipping the days. Now, this one, again, I will piss a lot of people because it's quite literally a different mindset than most people have. Most people are like, oh yeah, but safe path, don't do anything that can harm you. Fuck the safe path. Fuck not being harmed. Fuck living a life that you know will get you to just misery and being average. Now, if you want to be average, go ahead. Nothing against it, but if you're watching this channel, you probably are not going to be average, or you don't want to be average at least. Now, of course, you don't want to get injured, but here's the thing with being sick, is that how I see it is just a trial. Your body is sick right now to see if you really want it that bad. You know, sometimes when in business, stuff isn't going that well, and you just don't feel like this is going to work out, whatever, doubt, fear, something is happening. Being sick is your body testing you. It just wants to see how much do you want to push. How far are you willing to go to sacrifice for your goals? And if your body sees that you are absolutely nuts, that you still go and work out even if you're sick, it will stop doing that. Because it realizes you are in the control. You are in the control of your body. It will not have these ups and downs, whatever. You will be able to actually take your shit in the hands and do what you plan to do, because your body realizes this motherfucker is not stopping. We have to get back to our health, immune system, everything back to the normal, and we're going to be just fine. People use being sick as an excuse, and that is why I originally put this here, because you can still work when you're sick. Do you know how many times it happened to me? I woke up with the worst possible headache, and I still worked. I ran a marathon, and the next day I woke up and I still fucking worked. I didn't care. I didn't care. You have to realize that being sick doesn't mean you can skip a day. Because deep down you know you could have done it. Deep down you know, and you're going to lie to your own self. Now, this is a leg story, like the story that I remember telling. So let's say about 1 year ago, when I was in the gym, I still remember this day. I was extremely sick, and I mean extremely sick. I ate, I believe it was rice and chicken, whatever. And I went to the gym. The first exercise was squats, which by itself is enough to tell you like that this is fucked. If the squats are first exercise. Now, I grab a bar, I put the weights, everything is fine. And about 3 sets in, I had such a horrible headache that I literally, and I mean literally, wasn't even able to function properly. Like I would squat, have such a terrible headache. My mind was all over the place. I thought I was going to fucking die. I thought I was going to puke. I thought it was going to be fucking over. And I still did the workout. I still managed to complete it, finish it, even though I thought I was going to fucking puke. You can train harder than you think you can. Okay? You don't know your limits. And also neither do I, but you get a point. You can way easily completely destroy the competition if you would just go and push through pain. And it's actually possible. You will not die. Now also, this is when I was fat adapting, or being on a carnivore diet, and I still am, but trying to fat adapt and work. It was painful as fuck. Really painful as fuck. Slower, less energy, lethargic, brain numb, but I still did it. So action, show up when there is nobody to get what nobody has. Simple. Because that is why nobody, or a lot of people, don't have what they want, is because they don't show up, they don't do the work in those depths. But there is nobody doing the work. They don't wake up and think to themselves, fuck, man, I could be whoever the fuck I want to be. I can right now go to the gym and train like a dog, build a great physique. They don't think like that. The average person sees training and he's like, fuck no, I don't want to do this because nobody does this. Because nobody does it, you should do it. That is how you become relentless and how you actually build a fuck ton of muscle. Okay? It will suck. Go through the suck and you will get the rewards you want. Next. When you feel something is hard, it is a sign to push even harder. Pain is what nobody wants, but everybody needs. I'll say it again. Pain is what nobody wants, but everybody needs. And the reason why I say it like this is because it should be your wake-up call to surpass your competition. It shouldn't be this thing you're trying to avoid, because when people see pain, they think about, well, this must be bad. I don't want to do this because it's painful. I should probably like rest, take down a bit. Okay, be normal, don't go through pain. But no, going through pain is a beautiful experience. It's a joyful experience because you realize, you show yourself to your own self. That's why it's beautiful. It's because pain is what ultimately separates people from one another. Like when you think about it, the only reason why people are different is because of pain. Somebody went through pain of being, I don't know, left out of some kind of group, that is why they're introverts now. Somebody went through pain of, I don't know, financial burden. Somebody went through pain of dyslexia, and that is why they're reading like shit or speaking like shit right now. Everybody's going through some form of pain, because that is what creates us as humans, pain. So instead of being owned by pain, own the pain and do the work despite it. Do the work you know you're supposed to do because it's painful. Because if it is painful, it's fucking worth doing. Everything hard is worth doing. I don't know one thing that when you have doubt, when you have fear, when you don't know if it's going to work out, that is worth it. There is nothing. There is nothing. If you have some kind of business work, smile. Smile. Because you should smile. This is your opportunity to literally take off competition or make yourself, propel yourself forward and make more money. This is your time right now when you can do this. And the reason why I love this so much is because we don't become the greatest versions of ourselves. We become the worst we can tolerate. You're the worst person you can tolerate right now. And that should scare the fuck out of you, because it scares me. I realize, fuck, I can be better. And you can be better. And I can be better. So your action item for this, I can't say module, but for this 8th lesson, when there is pain, push past it. That's it. You shouldn't be afraid of this. You should actually love it, because it actually shows you that you can be this person who you want to be. Next, and the last one, you have everything you need. Now, I made this one just because a lot of people are still debating about time, motivation, energy. Let me ask you one thing. If you don't have motivation, do you want me to give motivation to you right now? Your motivation is not having a fucking stomach that you don't want. Your motivation is being ripped as fuck and living the best dream of your life. That is your motivation. Is being the person who you're not right now. That is your fucking motivation. If you wake up and you see yourself in the mirror and you see the fat flabby stomach, that is your motivation. Use what you have. Because nobody, and I mean nobody is more superior than you are. Nobody has something, okay, let's say, I mean, guys who have rich parents, different stuff in terms of money. But in terms of their intelligence, they're not superior. Money is just exchange of value, which means if you can become somebody who's valuable, you can make money. That's it. He isn't better than you. He isn't more superior than you. He doesn't have some kind of special trait or talent that you cannot have. I mean, yeah, talent is a thing, sure, but you can learn pretty much anything in this world. Pretty much anything. There's just a couple of things you can't learn, but there is pretty much anything else you can learn. So forget about not having time, motivation, energy, because you have all of these things. You have. Like, the moment you say to yourself, I'm good enough, is the moment you're good enough. The moment you say to yourself, I'm successful enough, is the moment you're successful enough. If you believe you can do whatever you want, you will do it. It just takes time for your mind to believe this belief. Because your subconscious mind went through all the fucking garbage, all the bullshit bollocks in education system, that right now it's time for you to just completely eliminate it. And it's this version of you who is going to do it. There's no point at which saying that you need to have something that you don't have is going to benefit you. Because that is an excuse. That is an excuse. Time, energy. I used to say this all the time, man. I don't have enough time for this. I don't have enough time for this. Whatever. Bullshit. I would say that I would go and fucking play video games. I had time for working out. And I see people in my school, even same shit. They say, I don't have time to work out. I'm like, oh yeah. I get it. What can you do about it? When you believe this, you will not act despite it, which you should. You should act despite you believing I don't have enough time, because you have enough time. So anyway, action item for this 9th and the last lesson. Remember who you're becoming. Write a PDF file of a person who you want to be and read it minimum twice a day. Beliefs, traits, skills, how you see yourself, where you want to live, your house, your dream car, everything. Twice a day. In the morning and before bed. Because you'll realize that you have everything you need. And I realize this right now. I have everything I need. That being said, as always, if you want more value, because these videos are fucking valuable, I know, they're fucking amazing. I know. If you want to be part of my community, down below you can join first link in the description. It's Discord. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can go ahead and do it. But the most important one, if you want to book a call, or if you're somebody who is an entrepreneur and you want to get jacked and aesthetic in least amount of time possible, to get more confidence, to make more money, to live better and healthier life, if I like you and I vibe with your style, if we're fit, I will coach you for free. Just because I want to see if what I have is actually working. I believe it's going to work because I spend enough time in this industry. But I still want to help you out, get there in least amount of time possible. So if you want to see if we're a good fit, book a call down below, second link in the description. And as always, I see you soon. Bye.